What's up, garden nerds? Today we're gonna nerd out over my backyard. I love my backyard. It's my paradise. It's my oasis. It's where I come for peace and relaxation. So I'm gonna take you along the ride. I'm gonna show you what I have growing and give you some tips and tricks along the way. Come on, let's go. All right, so here we are about to enter in the gate through my backyard. And let's see what we got. Enter in here and here it is. We're gonna go through and we're gonna look at all my plants, see what's growing. So first here I have in a pot a pomegranate tree, simply because I haven't figured out what to do. I have, I think, 3 or 4 already planted in the ground. I don't think I want to plant this in the ground, so I'm just kind of hanging on to it. I haven't taken very good care of it. As soon as I figure out what to do with it, give it away, sell it, whatever, I will. But until then, it's just kind of sitting, not looking too pretty. Here, I talked about vetiver grass in one of my last videos in my front yard. This vetiver grass is huge and I cut it down constantly. I love vetiver grass because not only does it look cool and tropical, but the roots grow down deep into the ground. It helps break up the ground, and I plant it next to, there's a mango tree right in there that I'll get to in a minute. Plant it next to that to help give the mango roots good establishment and be able to grow deep down. Here, same as my pomegranate tree, I don't know what to do with this, and so it just kind of sits here getting neglected. This is an ice cream bean tree, and I don't know what to do with it. It will get huge once I plant it in the ground. Not sure what I want to do with it yet, so it just kind of sits here for now. If we come over here, this is my pineapple that I have grown from a store-bought pineapple. This one right here was the original one. I just took it off of the top of the pineapple, got it some roots, put it in a pot and let it grow, and now you can see it's kicked out a little pup right next to it. I think I want to plant this in the ground if I can find room somewhere and let it grow and establish its roots a little bit better. Eventually, I hope, there will be a pineapple that grows out of the top of this. We'll see if I can get it done. This again, and you'll notice a common theme, all of my trees and plants in pots are neglected. It's kind of by decision. I like to neglect them in the pots and get them established so that by the time I put them in the ground, they thrive. If I can keep them alive in pots and neglect them in the hot sun, once they get in the ground, it's gonna be like heaven for them. So anyways, I don't know if that's right or wrong, but that's kind of what I do. Anyways, and here, like I said, back behind all this vetiver grass is my cherry mango tree. You can see it's put on just in the past few weeks, tons of new growth here. You can see the old growth that suffered through the summer heat, but all this new growth looks really good. And I strategically place it here next to my orange jubilee because this gives it full afternoon shade. So it's completely shaded. It gets a little bit of protection in the morning from here, and then it gets a ton of protection from the orange jubilee here. This vetiver grass here in a week or two, I'm gonna hack it down and let the mango tree get a lot more exposure since it's hopefully gonna start cooling down and it will want more sun. You can't tell, but in this pot is a kumquat tree. It's been overtaken by the watermelon vine, which you can see in the pot. There's just a watermelon chilling there. But this vine has completely taken over. I just did a video on watermelon vines if you want to check it out. Another watermelon right there. And it's completely covered this garden bed. Inside of the garden bed are tons of different peppers. They actually seem to be doing pretty good. They probably don't want as much shade as they're getting, but they seem to be doing good. And soon, once it's cool enough, I'm gonna take down this watermelon vine and these things should thrive throughout the next few months and hopefully give me lots of peppers. There's all different kinds of peppers in there. I love growing hot peppers, Carolina Reaper, scorpion pepper, and then of course your normal jalapenos, habaneros, things like that. And then here's my other garden bed. Pepper plants in here. These are either the scorpions or the Carolina Reapers. Asparagus beans are growing here. They do not look good with this heat we've had, but they keep putting out green beans here. Soon I'm gonna tear this down. There was a pumpkin vine growing here. It didn't do so well throughout the summer, so I'm gonna tear that out and I'm gonna plant all new fall vegetables in this garden bed. You can see there's another watermelon in there, and this is a funky looking watermelon that I just saw. We'll see if it can grow enough before it cools down too much. Watermelon like the heat. Let me come back here. This is a fruit punch mango. This one has struggled, as you can see. It's a really thick trunk, but I've continuously had to cut it down because it gets diseased, and I'm not sure what's causing it. But it's like once one branch gets it, the rest of them get it. So I keep having to cut it down and starting all over. I hope that I'm beyond that. I don't know if it's getting too much shade because it's nestled right in here between the orange jubilee and the lime tree. That may be what's causing it, I don't know. But I've heard fruit punch mangoes are really good. I don't know, I've never had one. I'm hoping that I'll have one soon in the next few years, but that's what that is. And then this is a lemon zest mango that I just got 2 weeks ago and put in the pot. Not sure where I'm gonna put this yet. Right now it's just kind of chilling here in the shade, helping it get acclimated to the Arizona sun. Here's a huge lime tree. This is a Mexican lime. You can see here, let's get in here. Here we go. This is as big as the limes get, just little Mexican limes. But the thing that I love this tree for is it will produce these limes almost year round. With most citrus, it's like a one-time shot every December, January, February. With limes, it seems they almost, once they're mature and established like this, they'll almost produce year round. So it's awesome. Anytime I need a lime year round, I can walk out here and pick them. There's probably hundreds on this tree right now, and it will just constantly keep producing them. And then there is a ton of crap in here. I don't know if you can see, there's banana leaf. This might be a better angle. See, there's banana. Here's the vetiver grass. So on this side, in between the lime tree and the vetiver, there's a banana. Gosh, I forget the variety of the banana, but it's growing good. Bananas like sun, but I think that's enough sun because it's growing good, and it's a dwarf banana, I remember that, so it's not gonna get much taller than that. But for now it's thriving, and soon I'll cut the vetiver grass down. And then right in here on the other side is an Alfonso mango that's in the ground. You can see it there, putting out lots of beautiful new growth. This one gave me, I think, 6 or 7 mangoes this year, really good. And then here's a neglected mango that's in the pot, orange sherbet, but I've neglected this one. I decided to stop neglecting it and help it look better before the winter hits. And then right next to that, this is a mango seedling. I ate an awesome mango. I think it was a gold nugget mango. It was so good that I decided I wanted to plant the seed, so I did. And now it's probably, I don't know, 3 feet tall. Last winter, I did not protect it at all because I decided, you know, if this mango seedling wanted to be strong and make it, it needed to make it through its first winter by itself. And guess what? It did. It looked horrible, but it made it through. So now I'm hopeful that it's a strong seedling and I won't have to do much protection at all ever through any winters. Back here along the fence are red flame grapevines. I don't water those, I don't do anything with them. They just kind of grow free. In fact, you can see it's growing up this Moringa tree. But it gives me, I don't know, this year it probably gave me 20 bunches of red flame grapes, which are my favorite. Far superior, in my opinion, to the Thompson seedless. Before we get to the mango tree here, or to the Moringa tree, this is a Venus, yes, a new Venus mango that I just picked up as well. I don't like my mangoes to be tall and lanky. So if you see here, you can see there's no leaves on this branch. This branch was 5 feet taller. I just completely snipped it off, which would scare a lot of people, but I snipped it off, and I know now because I snipped it off, it's gonna grow out shoots and be more of a bushier mango. I don't like my mangoes to be tall because it's hard to protect them in the winter if they need to be protected. Here is the glorious, huge Moringa tree. Probably 20 feet tall now. It's huge. I did a video on it, you can check it out, but I love it. Soon here, in about a month and a half, 2 months, I'll almost completely strip this tree, probably longer than that. Once it gets down to where I know it's gonna freeze, I will strip this tree, take all the leaves, harvest them, turn them into a powder so I can eat them. And then this is a Bonanza dwarf peach tree. I think sooner or later it's gonna get way too much shade and I might have to relocate it. But for now it's a super awesome, easy peach tree. It gives me, I don't know, probably 20 to 30 peaches every summer. Let's keep going here. Here's another orange jubilee. I did a video on orange jubilees. If you can't tell, I love them because they grow fast, they look awesome, and they give really good shade. Back in here, I have 2 avocado trees. On the right side, it's a Fuerte. On the left side, it's a Haas. Now the Haas died down to the roots, down to the ground, and this new shoot popped up. So I really don't know if this is a Haas, whatever the rootstock is. It just shot up and I decided to let it grow. It seems to be growing decently. The Fuerte is bushing out, looking really good. My problem with avocados, these are old trees, but my problem, I was not giving them enough water, and so they were not thriving. And also, I think I was shading them too much. You can see the orange jubilee here, and on the right, there used to be a castor bean. In fact, it started growing again. You can see it right there. And so they were just completely shaded, which avocados want the first few years, but I had it heavily, heavily shaded for like 3 years straight. And so I think I wasn't watering it enough and I was shading it too much, babying it too much. So now that I've stopped that, it seems to be growing and it's kind of growing out more into the sun. So I think it likes the sun. We'll see if I can ever get any avocados on it. Back in here is my starfruit tree. I kind of just one day plucked it back in there. I honestly don't do anything with it. Don't baby it, don't cover it, don't do anything. And it seems to be bushing out really good. I think it's actually tipping over. I should lift it up. Maybe I'll stake it. But that seems to be growing well. It's gotten flowers a few times, but I haven't gotten fruit on it. I'm hoping that this year I actually get some fruit on it. This thing right here, I don't know if that's a mulberry, it's just a seedling. I need to tear it out. Here's my navel orange tree, which gives me, I don't know, hundreds of oranges every year. And then right next to it is my lemon tree, which gives me, I know for sure, hundreds and hundreds of lemons every year. They're easy. Problem with them is sometimes I forget about them because they're established and I don't fertilize them. So I have to remember to stay up on them and take good care of them. Back in here, let's see if I can duck down. You can see right here, that is an Aravaipa avocado tree. It seems to be doing well. I forget about it a lot because it's back there in the corner, but it's reaching towards the sun. There's a little pocket of sun where it's kind of reaching through. Doesn't get any morning sun. It gets all afternoon sun, but not a lot of afternoon sun. Only what fits through that little hole back there. So we'll see. Eventually, I'm hoping it will grow out, reach out on top of the canopy of the orange and lemon tree. If we come over here, I don't want to show this to you, but I'm going to. This was my Barris lime tree, which has the best tasting limes I've ever had. You can see it looks horrible. 3 months ago, it was big, it was bushy, it was tall, taller than the fence. But before I started planting all these trees, they installed my irrigation box right back in there. And 3 months ago, they had to come in and they had to do some work and they had to replace some things. And I think they disturbed the roots and hurt something because it just keeps dying. I think it's done dying, but then I come out and I look at it and look at these leaves. They're dying. So I don't know what to do with it. I think I'm gonna lose it. I don't think I'll plant another lime in its place because I have the Mexican lime, but it's sad to lose it because it was a nice, big, healthy tree. But that's part of gardening. You kill stuff all the time, you move on. This right here is my Thompson seedless grape, which I said I prefer the red vine, but the Thompson seedless is good. Easy vine to grow. This time of year, their leaves look horrible, no matter what you do. I have a video about taking care of the pests and trying to stop them, but by this time every year I just stop. It's not worth it. In 2 months they're gonna start losing their leaves anyways. So it doesn't look great, but it looks good enough, and I've already harvested my grapes for the summer, so I don't stress about it. Then if you come here, this is my experiment that I have no idea what I'm doing with. This is my coconut palm. It's really cool. You can see it. Here was the coconut, and it's grown and sprouted out of here. It's putting out new shoots since I planted it, so I guess that's a good sign. This is a dwarf coconut, so it's not gonna get huge, but from what I've read and heard, they do not like the cold at all, like below 60. They don't like it. Definitely below 40 and getting down to freezing, they don't like it. So I'm gonna have to build, well, first of all, I planted it here next to the pool. The water in the winter will help keep the pool, help keep the tree a little bit warmer. It creates some humidity, which they do like, but I'm gonna have to create some sort of warming structure in the winter, which I hate doing. I don't do that anymore. I just kind of let my trees, if they survive, they survive. But on this one, because it's more of an experiment, I'm definitely gonna cold protect it and see if I can ever get coconuts on it. It would be awesome if I got some coconuts. That would be the coolest thing ever. We'll see. I'll probably kill it, but I like to experiment. I've killed lots of trees in my day, but it's fun. And then here, I've had my video about bamboo. You can check it out, but this is my evergreen, or my old hami, I think is how you pronounce it, bamboo. It's not looking the greatest right now. It went through a brutal summer and it's still hot, but it's starting to put out new green growth and I'm watering it more. But I just love this bamboo. When the wind comes through, the breeze comes through and it just goes in the wind, it sounds so cool, so relaxing. Everybody needs at least one bunch of bamboo in their backyard. All right, we're almost done with this side of my backyard. Here's another grapevine, Thompson seedless. And then here, because of the bamboo right here, it was blocking the west sun in the afternoon. So my grass, this used to be grass, it was just not growing. It was too shaded. So I decided to turn this into a garden bed and grow some vegetables. So that is what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna have a fall garden bed right here and grow some vegetables. I'm trying to use, as I back up here, trying to use every square inch of my backyard to grow food or to make it look tropical. So that's what I'm doing here. This is just the first half of my backyard. In the next video, we will do the second half of my backyard and I'll show you what I have going on the other half. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Please subscribe. Please tell me what other videos you want to see. If you have any questions about anything you've seen here, let me know. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.